right?
I need a program. Her second three. That one doesn't even hit the rim, and that's okay. Her dad couldn't make a three-pointer either. She'll make more than he did in his career. As LaNacia, just a junior, has worked really hard at her game, and I'll tell you what, she's one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet, too. These kids are all just outstanding. Kids get a bad rap this year, but I don't know the ones they're running into, because the ones I run into, and that's a lot of them in this business.
Yeah, well, you get the great experience getting to work with these guys every day.
Sometimes,
girls,
not every day.
Yeah.
There's a screen and roll. Black Raiders had a couple of substitutions in there as Kennedy Reynolds, another freshman, steps in. There's a long three off, no good by Jaylee Jackson. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go over to the Bulldogs. Boys game will be right after this. You get your first live look at East Slamma-Jamma. We see our good friends from KCAU, Anthony Mitchell. Make sure you go to Sports Zone tonight at 10:20. Anthony Mitchell will have all the highlights on KCAU, our proud partner here at Metro Sports. And you can always go many ways. You can watch Metro Sports. You can go to metrosports.tv. You can go to SiouxlandProud.com. You can go now to Twitter Live, which I didn't even knew was a thing until Riley Lillenquist told me this summer. Said we should do it. I'm glad we have. Yeah. And you can go to our YouTube channel on Metro Sports TV. Another turnover, and with 4 minutes to go, we've got more turnovers than points here early. Dribble drive in. Jackson gets it away with a jump pass, kicks it out. Long three, in and out, no good by Dempke. Rebound pulled off by the Bulldogs. That was Amelia Drew put it up, and she couldn't hit it there. Nice three knocked down there by Dreckman as she was squared up and hits that, and it's a 7-5 lead for the Bulldogs. Dribble drive in. Another three put up by Drew, off, no good. Tip, rebound, picked up, put in nicely with the left hand is Brinley Winkleplack. So Brinley's off to a nice start. That's her second basket of the game. And she ties this one up at 7. Pat Schultz, Riley Lillenquist with you tonight. Ooh. Marino's long three is off, no good. The senior shoot pretty well from three-point line. Nice hesitation, dribble drive, no good by Jackson. Jackson comes in averaging 17 points a game. So Jaylee off. Marino fires another one, and that one's off, no good. Rebound taken away by Jaylee Jackson. And the Black Raiders look to take the lead. Nice pass down the middle, off, no good. Drew had a good opportunity right there to put that one in. Or excuse me, that was Winkleplack, and she couldn't score. As we're going to have to tell Coach Drent, yeah, the pink uniforms are nice, but let's put black numbers on them. Especially in the first game. Yeah, that's always a tough one. Here's a run-out situation and a layup with the left hand, no good. As Winkleplack can't believe she missed that one, and she got her feet just a little mixed up. Jackson dribble drive. Long three off, no good by Kennedy Reynolds. Boy, these freshmen, they're not afraid to put it up, are they? Why not? You know our rule in high school basketball, shoot it before you throw it away.
And, you know, a lot of this thing that we're seeing here, a lot of these misses, a lot of these turnovers, like you were saying, that's just December basketball. I bet we get to the end of January, Winkleplex, she's making that shot.
Backdoor attempt is ball taken away as the Bulldogs, again, struggling to take care of the ball. Dribble drive in, might have a travel, but they're going to call a block as slamming in there out of control just a little bit.
It was a hard hit.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, they're not shy about hitting the floor hard.
Well, you know, while you wait for the game plan to really come around, while you wait for everybody to get in their spot, the one thing that you don't need to be taught really is physicality, and that's what they have this early in the season to fall back on.
Corbin Savory was the one that was going in and was fouled. She will go to the line. I think they are going to substitute her. And they do, as Woot's going to come back, and LaNacia will go to the free throw line, and she knocks in the first one. 3 out of 3 this year in this early season. LaNacia averaging 8 rebounds a game, 7 points. And you'll see that going up. Nice smooth shot, and that one's very good. I can see why she's shooting threes. Great release on that. And 9-7, Black Raiders take the lead. Kiki Dempke checks back in, dribble drive, and off, no good, as Aubrey Lusink puts it up. Aubrey averaging 6 points a game. And Lusink will go to the line to shoot 2. 66% free throw shooter in her 6 trips. That's 4 out of 6 for you mathematic aficionados out there. Something I'm not, as Riley Lillenquist figured that out as we were trying to put that. And Aubrey knocks that one in. Second one's up, and the second one's good. We're tied at 9 so far. A very good basketball game here in the first effort. Demke dribble drives, gets them off their feet, doesn't want the shot. Off to Letitia Wooten, and she's going to reset the offense, sort of. Long 3 and good. Tori Drent, the coach's daughter, knocks it in. Her second 3 of the season, and that's a big one, 12-9. So Tori squared up and put up a rainbow that about hit the volleyball net. Trying to come back as the Bulldogs, as Jalen Marino puts that one up, no good. She's suddenly 0 for 4 from the 3-point line.
You gotta be careful when you're going for those rebounds. You'll get that foul called every time if you actually reach in there and, well, try to punch it out of her hand.
Foul was called on Ava Spence, or excuse me, on Maya Skov, who's in the game. Dribble drive in, great pass, filling the lane and scoring. So Tori Drent gets a beautiful pass from Winkelpleck and puts it in. Good teamwork there, and suddenly 5-point run makes it 14-9 for the Bulldogs. First game of our doubleheader tonight. Quadruple header if you count the doubleheader at Hinton. A lot of basketball starting here on Metro Sports TV, and make sure December 17th through the 19th, we'll have the Baumgars invite brought to you by the arena at the Tyson Arena. Great block up there by Wooten. They go on the fast break. Wooten's going to kick it out. The official, Nick Nelson's in the house. Good to see Nick. And Nick, an outstanding player, outstanding coach, got into the officiating, and he's an outstanding official as well. Had to get out of the way. I know Nick, he wanted to catch that and put it up for 3. 34 seconds to go here in the quarter. Shot clock is off because it's 35. Second shot clock, which we're so glad that thing was reinvented here in the state of Iowa. Pass knocked out of bounds as Coach Drent, always thinking, jumped into a 1-3-1, Riley. Very good play towards the end of the first quarter here.
And it's nice seeing them change it up a little bit. Not because it might not work for the entirety of the game, but it throws the opponent off.
Indeed. Mix it up a little bit. Marino being hassled out by the volleyball line. They're looking for Aubrey. She's got it now. Dribble drives in. Great pass, but ball slapped away. East High has a chance with 6 seconds to go. They move it up front as Demke steps up. Got to shoot that ball. Kid, shoot it. Oh, and she didn't. Kiki's going to watch tape and go, why didn't I take that first one? But she didn't. But we're going to leave at the end of the first quarter. A very good first quarter of basketball between the Bulldogs and the East High Black Raiders. It's 14-9. Black Raiders. We'll be back with more on Metro Sports.
Happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
And this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Pat Schultz, Raleigh Lillenquist back 14-9 in a rather hectic but very good first quarter of basketball, as these two teams will try to settle down, and we'll try to catch you up with the starting lineups, as the Black Raiders will send out Alyssa Dreckman, who hit a big 3. Aubrey Lusky had a couple free throws in there. Jalen Marino, their leading scorer. Shea Susanville, nice dribble drive that time, and scoring there as Kiki Demke. Coach Drent said, hey, shoot the ball. Suzamil, a sophomore, and Avery Spencer. So Spencer, Suzamil, Marino, Lusky, and Dreckman for the Bulldogs. For the East High Black Raiders, they will go with Kiki Demke, who just saw her score a basket right there. Tori Drent, who hit a 3 in the first half. Wooten's going to let go a 3 and in and out. No good, just about in. Jaylee Jackson, Brenly Winklepleck, who had a very good first quarter, and Lanesha Wooten right there. As you saw her just miss that three-pointer tonight. Boy, she has really improved her game going into her junior season. 16-9 is your score. Been close throughout, but a 7-0 run here in the last minute. Dribble drive up, no good. Dreckman has the ball slapped away. Again, Demke up ahead and
that
scores.
That time she's not waiting.
Yep, she puts that one in. And just like that, it's 18-9. No timeout by LeMars. After this break, there's a foul called, a loose ball foul, as we like to call it still. We remember the NBA back with Brent Messberger, on Tori Drent. And the ball will go over to the Bulldogs, who have a chance to settle down and see if they can put the ball in the basket. They have been 6 minutes without a score. A little half hook by Spencer is no good. Ball unfortunately tipped out of bounds right there by Shea Suzamil, who's just a sophomore. Boy, very young, averaging 5 points a game. She looks very active there, and just a tough break there, going for an extra rebound. High post, Wooten got away with a little shovel step, puts it high off the glass, no good. And rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs, and here they come. Good give and go right up, and still cannot break the scoring drought as Shea Suzamil misses that one after a nice feed. Here's a backdoor. Demke got it. 6 points in a row by Kiki Demke.
You know you'll have that, Pat. You find yourself missing one. You find yourself not taking the one you should have taken, and it just lights that fire in you. Yeah,
she'd have 10 points now if she would have taken those early ones. Kiki, another one of those outstanding young student athletes that we have the fortune to meet and cover their exploits on Metro Sports. Friday night we'll have Lakes Conference action. There's still a Lakes Conference. Dribble drive, another lob pass. Ball put up and no good by Spencer, as she had a chance right there to make that one, couldn't do it. And they'll get but she will get a couple of free throws. As we're getting underway here, boys game to foul.
And some points on the board. You know, this is a Bulldog team averages about 45 points a game, so now they're a little bit behind what they were in the first quarter. See if they can even that out here with a couple free throws. First one did go in.
Second one's up, and that is good. And it makes it 20-11. Here's your score. They wing it around. Long three put up by Jackson. She's just a little bit off. Nice rebound by Suzamil. And the Bulldogs have a chance right here. Finally got off their scoring drought. Long three, and that's how it works in basketball, as Shea Suzamil knocks that one in. She is now, that's her third three of the long three is off, no good. Rebound pulled off by the Bulldogs. Suzamil, that one's going to be thrown. Nice catch, great catch by Suzamil, the sophomore, being very active here in the second quarter. And they got the three-pointer just when they needed it.
And see, this is an East team that shoots just over, or makes about a third of their shots. And not that LeMars is doing much better early in the season, but a third of their shots, and they're taking a lot of threes. LeMars has plenty of time and ability to catch back up in this game.
Yep, they certainly do. They're on a 5-0 run. Nice out-of-bounds play, but again, Jalen Marino off on that three. They'll start falling for her. There's a pull-up, a long three put up, no good by Tori Drent. And here comes another fast break. Ball slapped away, picked up by the Bulldogs. We have another chance right here. Three-pointer off, no good by Lusky. Spencer had it, lost it, taken away by Winklepleck on another hustle play. Or, excuse me, that was Kennedy Reynolds, the other freshman. Ball knocked out. Savory's three off, no good. Had a good look at it. The junior couldn't knock that one in. She was looking for her second three-pointer of the season. As you said, in December, ball doesn't go in the hoop as much. As Marino says, okay, I'm going to bring it to the hole like a good player does. Can't hit that one, tough break. Jackson kind of does yep. As John Malloy, another one of our outstanding officials, says, nope, you took an extra step, and we'll be back with you shortly here on Metro Sports. 20-14 is your score. Black Raiders lead. First game of a doubleheader tonight. East Slamma-Jamma, and the Bulldogs will play in the nightcap.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
Oh, why do we have to do that? Oh, we're back. 20-14 is your score as the Black Raiders and the Bulldogs. Black Bulldogs came down about half hour drive normally. Pending what traffic, how traffic going. You got to slow down, of course, around Hinton normally. I've been burned there a few times over the years, but simple trip. And always when these two teams get together, especially in the boys, it turns out to be something else. 20-14 is your score. As the crowd starts piling in here, as 5 minutes to 6. Never used to start games this early either. And East High goes to full court press, but easily handled by the Bulldogs. Nice backdoor, and that's a beautiful play. So they go with a nice play, and Grace Westhoff lays it in. Grace just getting in the game, puts that one in. Junior, 20-16.
Little game of catch-up, and it's working.
Long three, knocked down. As they come out, Kennedy Reynolds knocks in a three. That's her fifth three of the year. These two freshmen, Reynolds and Winklepleck, they are going to be a great combination of players, Coach Durant, in the future. Ball slapped away, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll go back to LeMars.
This is just great defense that we're seeing played so far by East. Well, really by both teams.
Well, Coach Durant's teams always play hard. They normally shoot the ball well. Normally. Foul there on Amia Drew on the foul, her first of the game. Drew just a junior, seen a lot of time, and there's probably a travel. Good call by the officials as they're in mid-season form. This crew, I'm sure, has been doing some college games as well. They're that good. At least they have been in our experience. 23-16 is your score. Black Raiders starting to get used to those uniforms. Long three put up in the corner. Good.
That's beautiful.
Tori Drent's second three of the basketball game, and it's 26-16, just like that. Just like most coaches' sons and daughters, they're always good shooters.
Yeah, go figure. It's funny how that happens.
Funny who has the key to the gym, right?
Uh-huh.
So Tori knocks that one in, back to a 10-point lead. Biggest lead of the night has been 11 for East High. And it's cut to 9 on the made free throw.
Make about 2/3 of their free throws.
Kylan Schmidt, the sophomore, 1 out of 2, makes it 20-16, 20-17. Pardon me. Kick it out. Another long three put up. This one by Drew. Can't hit. She likes that spot. Just not going in. And fast break and a good effort there by Aubrey Lusky, and I like that pass.
And as you said, next month that pass will probably connect. But first week of December, or going into the second week of December, needs a little bit more ironing out.
That Christmas break makes a big difference with shooting. The kids can get in the gym, make their corrections, and normally after Christmas, the shooting gets a lot better. Dribble drive in by the Black Raiders. They kick it out. Demke's going to put it up, tries a three this time. That one's just off. Rebound pulled off by the Bulldogs, who trail by 9. 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The 2-2 Black Raiders against the 0-3 Bulldogs. Step through, put up. Marino can't hit. And she is just off tonight, averaging 20 on the game. You knew the Black Raiders would have a bullseye on her. Dribble drive and nice block that time as Kaylee Schmidt comes over and makes a great play. Kinley Schmidt makes a great play on that. She made some plays. She's going to go sit down. Leave the sophomore in there. She's got a basket, a nice block. With 1:39 to go, she can rest at halftime.
Exactly. There's good offense, good defense. What more do you need?
Tonight's basketball game is presented by CF Industries, providing clean energy and to feed and fuel the world. Three put up is off, no good. Long rebound pulled out by Demke. She steps through. Great pass down low. Going to have a chance for another three. Got away with a walk, but Wooten's got it in the corner, and she knocks that one in. Lanesha Wooten knocks in a three, and Lanesha off to a good start. She has 5 points and 5 rebounds here early, 29-17.
We've got that East Slamma Jamma coming up next, but here it's a three-point barrage.
Almost another three. That's squaring up was Lusky. She's an aggressive player, makes a nice basket cut. They don't go to her. And here's Spencer with the ball now. Steps through one more step. She probably could have put it up. There's a steal, knock away beautifully by Winkleplex. She's all over the floor tonight with her third steal. On the secondary break, the Black Raiders don't want it. Demke steps through. They call a foul. Coach Trent wanted the basketball, and so did Kiki. As she's figured it out. I'm going to get down there and score.
Exactly. Once you get going, just keep on going. Once you see your opening, just go back to it until they stop you.
First team foul, should be second team foul on LeMars. There have only been 6 fouls here in the first half. Good basket cut on the inbound play and scoring. Nice play right there as Kennedy Reynolds now has her 5th point of the game, the freshman. 31-17, another, just like that, a 10-0 run by the Black Raiders. And with 20 seconds to go here in the quarter, Coach Drent says we're going to go one more possession here and see if we can strengthen or get this lead going. The ball's knocked out of bounds, and that's what happens. What's our theory? Shoot it before you throw it away.
Get a little too comfortable.
31-17, 15 seconds to go. So a three-pointer would go a long way, or just a basket by the Bulldogs right here. 31-17, 10 seconds to go. Marino looking for the high screen. Is going to pull up and can't hit it. Little flat on the shot. Rebound Suzamil and lost control, knocked it out of bounds. 1.2 to go. And so both teams had an opportunity to score, but couldn't do it unless something crazy happens here. And we've seen that happen. They got a run. Jackson puts it up, and she had a look. Couldn't hit it. And that's going to end the first half. 31-17. The Black Raiders girls lead it 31-17. When we come back on Metro Sports TV, it's halftime, brought to you by Greenberg Jewelry.
Duo for You is your water store.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all, plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
And this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News, we are Siouxland proud.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
Things are growing great at Baumgars, your one-stop shop for plants and trees of all kinds. You'll find what you need for all your lawn and garden projects, from bulbs or seeds to things to kill those nagging weeds, from tillers, trimmers, and mowing machines to spreaders and fertilizers to keep your lawn green. You'll find patio furniture and grills and landscaping galore, because Baumgars is your lawn and garden headquarters store.
What you need when you need it at Baumgars.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Make all your shopping happier with a MasterCard Gold Rewards credit card at Telco Triad Community Credit Union. Gold Rewards cardholders enjoy low 8.9% APR plus monthly cash back on every purchase. No annual fees, no cash advance fees, and no balance transfer fees. Apply online or in person today. At Telco Triad, it's where you belong.
There's nothing like small-town Iowa. There's something about the people, the community, the values. That's why we call Northwest Iowa home. We're here for our community. We're here to build a better tomorrow. We continue to provide personalized service and innovative products to help achieve your financial goals and dreams. At Iowa State Bank, we're your neighbor, your friend, your trusted bank.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
Welcome back, 31-17 here at East High's LeMars Bulldogs and the East High Black Raiders. 14-9, a 5-0 run by the East High Black Raiders towards the end of the first quarter. Gave them a 14-9 lead. And then they went on with another 7-point run, got up as many as 11 in the second, midway through the second quarter. And now lead 31-17 after the Bulldogs did cut it to 4 points. But East High went on a little run again to pull away 31-17 here at half. The scoring tonight here in the first half, Tori Drent having a big day for the Black Raiders. She has 10 points, averaging 7 on the season. A couple of three-pointers has gotten them off to a great start. Kiki Demke, the outstanding senior, she has 6 points, 5 points apiece. Lanesha Wooten has 5 points and 6 rebounds. And Kennedy Reynolds, the freshman, off the bench with 5 points. Brenley Winklepleck has 3 steals and 2 points, and 1 point for J.C. Jackson, the junior, who averages 17 for the Black Raiders. So Drent 10, Wooten, Reynolds, and Demke, the leading scorers tonight so far in the first half for the Black Raiders. For the Bulldogs, their leading scorer tonight so far, very balanced scoring, Ava Spencer with 4 points and 4 rebounds. Alyssa Dreckman and Shay Suzamil both have 3-pointers for 3, 2 points for Lusky, Kenley Schmidt, and Jalen Marino. Jalen Marino averaging 20 points in this game, only has 2 at halftime, and that has been the odd part of this game. The 2 leading scorers, Jackson and Marino, Jackson for East, Marino for LeMars, simply have not been able to score, but the other kids have really come through.
Well, you know, that says something, that says something about team basketball, because, I mean, really, when you look at it, it took 2 quarters to build a 14-point lead, so LeMars easily could take away that 14-point lead in the next 2 quarters. So, you know, when you have a good team, your 2 star players, your 2 highest scoring players, they get going in the second half, you'll see a much tighter game. However, on the other side, it tells you a thing or two about defense. You know, the shots, they started falling in the second quarter, but as we see in December, it takes a little while to get into that rhythm. But what doesn't take as much rhythm is physicality and defense. And those Black Raider girls, they've been playing great defense, and that's what's held the 2 leading scorers of the Bulldogs to 2 points, 4. So I think if you're both sides, there's good and there's bad to take out of what you've seen out of the first half. Shooting needs to improve, obviously, for both teams, but otherwise, it's been a good half for the first 3 games of the season.
Bulldogs plagued a little bit, Riley, by turnovers, 12 in the first half. You see that a lot early. They're going to have to clean that up if they're going to give another run with them. We're going to be back with more on Metro Sports TV. The Black Raiders lead at halftime, 31-17. East Slamma-Jamma boys, they're starting to warm up in the hallways. They're coming up next.
You and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click live sporting events under the sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
Josh and Emily are visiting Emily's parents this weekend, where Josh will propose. He's nervous, but not about the ring. Well done, Josh. Well done. Chase is proposing to Ashley at the resort where they first met. Ashley was vacationing with friends, but Chase ended up being her best friend of all. Plus some. Every diamond tells a story, but there's no story like yours. And there's no diamond like a Greenberg's diamond. Greenberg's Jewelers, a cut above the rest.
Jackrabbits don't wait to see what the future holds. They build it. At South Dakota State University, the next generation's leaders are preparing to launch. They're focusing on growth, and they're reaching new heights of excellence across vital industries. SDSU is building something greater for South Dakota and the world. Join us.
(31-17) your score. Pat Schultz, Riley Lillenquist here tonight from East High. Black Raiders lead by 14, matching their largest lead. Starting lineups to start the second half brought to you by Sioux City Tarps. For the Bulldogs, Elisa Dreckman, Aubrey Lusky, Jalen Marino, Shay Suzamil, and Ava Spencer will be the starting 5 for the Bulldogs. And for the East High Black Raiders, Kiki Demke, Tori Drent, Jaylee Jackson, Brian Lee Winklepleck, dribble drive by Demke, scores, and Lanesha Wooten as nice out-of-bounds play. Well played by the Black Raiders to score, and that's their biggest lead of the night. Shot by Spencer was deflected, but saved nicely by Jackson for the Black Raiders. They try a couple of, there's that old jump pass that we don't like at Metro Sports, and that one is, of course, taken away, but good hustle by Jackson as she pulls that one away. As Coach Drent lost a few kids to the portal. Here's Wooten's three, off no good. Lost a few players to the portal, but that's what we call it in high school basketball too. But he's put together a pretty scrappy little basketball team again, like as he normally does. Long three, off no good by Susan. She had one in the first half. Couldn't get that one to fall, and they needed that one to stay in range here. Jackson with the dribble drive, high off the glass. Can't get it. Jaylee's struggling tonight, coming in averaging 17, only 1 point. There's a travel as Tori Drent got the feet moving before the ball hit the floor, and that is travel in most leagues.
Yeah.
Unless you watch the NBA. Yeah. 6:47, second half just starting. East Slamma-Jamma against the always exciting LeMars Bulldogs boys, and nice crowd from LeMars making their way down here early. They love their basketball up there, always have. And East High, of course, always draws good crowds on all their sporting events. East High picking up the defense a little bit and came by. They're going to call a kick, and I think it's got to be intentional. And Tori Drent saying, wait a minute, I didn't kick it on purpose. And took a run out away from her. Tori.
She was ready to go.
She was. Gave the officials a quizzical look there and be out of bounds under for the Bulldogs, and there's a foul called on Tori Drent. So Tori's having a tough little scenario here. She goes, Coach, can I switch sides of the floor and get away from this official? He's picking on me. 33-17 your score. Bulldogs looking for their first win of the year. They're going to get a few. More than a few, actually. Long shot by Marino. And that one's off and no good. She's 0 for 6 from the three-point line. Dribble drive by Demke. Got a little too deep and may have gotten bailed out. And she did. And she's going to go to the line.
You know, what I'm really noticing here is this defense by East, because the three-pointer hadn't exactly been falling for LeMars, but they just can't get inside. They can't get past these Black Raiders to get it into the paint.
Kiki's free throws up no good. It's her first free throws attempts of the year after 4 games. She'll go to another one. Outstanding student athlete, Kiki Demke, and that one in and out again. Wooten keeps it alive beautifully, but Susan comes up with it. Nice job by Shea. She's always around the basketball, is Shea Susan. Just a sophomore. She's got a lot of good basketball in front of her. She's going to be fun to watch. Ball's picked up in no man land out front by Alyssa Dreckman. They need more shots from Alyssa. She looks very good with that three-pointer. Had one in the first half, and she needs to be looking for a shot. Marino dribble drives in. Going to have to go up with it. Kicks it off. Long three, put up, in and out, back in. So Aubrey Lucic scores. That's her 4th three-pointer of the season, and a big basket there makes it 33-20, 5:26 to go. Shot clock is 35 seconds in the state of Iowa. In the lane a little long. The Bulldog bench wanted to, little 3-second call. Jackson with the pull-up, good. So when you're struggling from the outside, Riley, good basketball players, they figure it out, start going to the basket, and JC did it there nicely.
Get that heat, get that rhythm.
Long three and knocking that one in. On demand is Alyssa Dreckman, and that's her second three. We thought she needed more shots, and she made that one. Beautiful drive in and slapping down was Alyssa Dreckman on the foul. And
this right here on our KCAU replay from our great partners over there at KCAU. That's the second three-pointer that she's made in a row and cuts the lead down to 12.
But Bryony Winkle-Pleck goes to the line. The lefty can't hit that one. 0 for 2 on free throws tonight. Just a 50% free throw shooter on the air. She's going to get better than that, just a freshman. She is an exciting player to watch. She's all over the floor. Second one's up, and that one's nicely put in. 36-23. 3 points, 5 points now for Bryony Winkelpleck. 13-point lead. It's been hovering around that. Double figures since 3 minutes to go in the first half. Another run out here. Demke pushes it up ahead and scores. So Kiki Demke off to a big night. She has 10 points, averaging 5 on the early season. And getting ahead of herself right there was Lusick, and that's going to be a timeout. 38-23 when we come back. Nice little run by the Black Raiders. Largest lead of the night.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
Welcome back. Tonight's basketball games are brought to you by CF Industries, providing clean energy to feed and fuel the world. Thank you to all of our participating advertisers, including Central Bank, proud sponsors of our Central Bank pregame show. Vern Ide Motorcars, that's Vern Ide's keys to the game. Greenberg Jewelry, our Greenberg Jewelry halftime report. Sioux City Tarps, our proud sponsor of the East High game starting lineups and our Baumgars post-game show. Thank you to all of our outstanding advertisers, including Bodega Grill on historic Court Street, Family First Dentals with 30 locations across northwest Iowa and northeast Nebraska. Iowa Lakes Community College. We'll have Iowa Lakes Community College basketball on most Saturdays after Christmas. How fun's that going to be?
That's going to be great.
And the United Sports Academy and the Wall of Fame. And always stay tuned for our Wall of Fame player of the game. 4:09 to go here in the third quarter. Long three put up, and knocking that one in is Durant. Tori Durant has her third three of the game. She was 1 for 6. Riley coming into the game. She's 3 for 5 tonight.
That's what's going to happen once you get to games 3, 4, 5. You're getting that rhythm, and she's certainly feeling it now.
Another run out. Kiki Demke's going to back up dribble and get things reset for East High. Jackson looks for a seam, not there. Demke's going to step back, leave it short, no good. Rebound pulled off by Lusky for LeMars. Here's Shea Susan-Meal, goes in, can't hit. Rebound pulled off, and run out is not going to get there. As getting ahead is Demke as Winkelpleck. Tried a fancy pass out there. The old jump, step, bounce pass from half court. Looked nice. Couldn't complete it.
Little bit of Magic Johnson coming out there.
Yeah.
That's fine. Everybody needs a little magic in
Bryony
their life.
Winkelpleck, she's quite a kid. 41-23. Clock rolling at the 3:20 mark. Bulldogs see if they can get one of those well-timed threes. See if they can get Dreckman out there. Well, she's not even on the floor right now. She was just replaced by number 5, Maya Scove. Here's Marino, can't hit. Tough night for Jalen Marino, and a run-out score by Kennedy Reynolds, who has 7 points. When Kennedy Reynolds comes, we're going to have to call her instant offense. She gets in the game. She's scoring baskets. Her 7th tonight.
Right off the bench.
There's a nice job. Coach Drent saw the ball down, almost took a run out from him. Ball put up and scored, and they're going to say no basket, as scoring there was Drew. She'd rather have the basket, and no NBA continuation on that one. For someone that doesn't watch the NBA, I should mention it a lot. I used to watch it. Remember back in the olden days, it was fun to watch.
When it was a little bit faster,
I'm dating myself here, Riley, but I remember watching Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West play on. ABC used to cover it. Keith Jackson and Bill Russell used to have the game.
That would have been a heck of a time.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was amazing. The Knicks with Clyde Frazier, Bill Bradley, Willis Reed, Dave DeBuscher. Long three by Jackson, good. So the East High leading scorer, J. Lee Jackson's figured out here in the second half, and it's 46-23.
These girls, they average 53 points a game. They're at 46 already.
when those threes go in, and they will, because this team, outstanding backdoor, beautiful pass right there, and scoring was Georgia Bixaman. She lays it in. Nice play by Georgia, and fast break the other side. Coming back. I'll tell you what, LeMars, when they put players in the game quickly, Schmidt, Bixaman, they score in a hurry. Scovey scored. So interesting, 46-25.
They have the ability, just need to get that rhythm going.
A long pass knocked out of bounds by Drew. Amy with a nice play. 2 minutes to go here. 46-25 is your score. East High took control. About 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. A couple of 6-0 runs. Long three off, no good. Again, another run out.
Oh, what a move.
Black Raiders not connecting on that, but they do a nice job. Winklepleck dribble drives in. Now it's going to set it up. And Jackson, she's starting to feel it. Good pass to the outside. Long three is off and no good. And rebound pulled down by the Black Raiders. Kennedy Reynolds missed that three, but thought about it again. The young freshman said, I don't think I'll run something.
There's an awareness.
Maybe when I'm a senior, I'll put up back-to-back threes. Beautiful give and go that time, and Savory lays it in.
There is an awareness of these girls out here on the floor path that's just amazing. They know where the ball is. They're always ready for it.
Well, speaking of old-time basketball, the old screen and roll never gets old, does it? Don't see it much anymore. A lot of spread, a lot of lift. 48-25 is your score. Black Raiders again on one of those runs. Bulldogs trying to get a good shot here, and not going to happen. Just 4 left on the shot clock. They threw it away. Shea Suzamil will check in with 40 seconds to go for the Bulldogs. She's had an outstanding game. There's a pass into nowhere, and picking it up and putting it off. No good was Drent. She's too close. Kicks it out, long three. Dempke can't hit. And Tori Drent's going to get called right there, and you knew that was coming. Tori's had a big game for the Black Raiders.
It's certainly come through, and now a 23-point lead as we go to the end of the third period. So this has been a great period for Drent and the whole team.
17-point. It's this to match their second quarter total. Scored 14 in the first. And on the move now is Kiki Dempke. Little shuffle pass back. And a long three at the buzzer is deflected, and that is going to end your third quarter. And the Black Raiders with a 17-8 run here in the third quarter have taken command. They lead at 48-25. We'll be back with more on Metro Sports. Welcome back. Tonight's game is presented by CF Industries, provides clean energy to feed and fuel the world. And then find your next career at CF Industries, as they are looking for young, motivated people to help CF Industries provide that food and fuel for the world. How's that sound? And after the game, go down to Bob Rose Point after historic Bob Rose after the game.
Do you like Bob Rose?
Absolutely. We've spent a few nights there after a few ball games.
I think we went there the last time we covered East. I think it was football then, but I'm fairly certain we went there.
How about that football weather we had all season long?
That
Wasn't
was
that
fantastic.
something? All deep into the playoffs. It was One night was somewhat chilly, but otherwise. Starting the fourth quarter here, the Bulldogs looking to cut into this big lead. Do a little basket cut, nothing there. He's going to pull up, puts it up, good shot, can't hit. Wooten's back in the game. She keeps it alive. And here comes Tori Durant, who has been ultra aggressive tonight with 13 points, long three, off, no good. As Kennedy puts up another one and can't hit that one. Kennedy Reynolds, the freshman, has played very well with 7 points tonight. Swinging the ball around are the Bulldogs, and they just simply can't hold on to the ball. They played so well coming out of the gate, but as fatigue is set in and falling behind, you get a little more, get less impatient, and all of a sudden forcing things. And
do things you probably wouldn't do at the beginning of the game and to try to catch back up.
No, at the end of the first quarter, it was 14-9, and only a 5-point swing in the final minute of the quarter gave the Black Raiders that. But since then,
it's been all Black Raiders since then.
Combination of runouts and some well-timed threes and Bulldog turnovers, and the Black Raiders are in control here in the fourth quarter at 45-24. Susan Mill puts it up, can't hit. She'll make that shot in the next 2 years. It's they're going to say travel on that, as Lanesha thought it was a discontinued dribble, but Coach Nelson, I still call him Coach, says, no, I'm going to get you for travel, which it was.
And a lot of these shots that they're making we don't talk about often are momentum shots. Shots that not only continue their momentum, but stop LeMars probably from gaining momentum as well, Pat.
Marino puts it up. Just a tough night tonight, but nice up play by Ava Spencer. Put that one up as Jalen Marino, averaging 20 coming in, just cannot get the ball in the hole tonight. Just 2 points for her. But Spencer bails her out, makes it 48-27. Nice basket cut by Wooten and a great pass by Tori Drent. Layup good. Lanesha now has 7. She's played very well tonight, but Tori Drent has just been outstanding.
She's all over the place, scoring, assists. She's the kind of player you want on any team.
Marino gets deep, and the outside official is going to call her for travel. The 2 officials closer to her, the one right next, didn't see it, but the outside official said travel. We call that a vulture in our league. They vultured that call, but nevertheless, the ball will go over to the Black Raiders. East Slamma-Jamma coming up next against the Bulldogs, who have played just one game on the season. Their game against Spirit Lake was moved back. That'll be Saturday. Might have a chance. We may do that game. I'm not quite sure. Depends on our personnel, as a lot of guys are heading places for Christmas. Long three by Jackson. Can't score. Rebound pulled off by Alyssa Dreckman, who needs to find a lot more shots. She can really shoot it. They have her there. Marino's going to spin and get fouled had she kicked it off. Alyssa Dreckman had a 3 waiting for her. But Jalen Marino, who's been to the free throw line already 23 times this year, you can tell that, as aggressive as she is. And we hope Jalen can knock in a few. It's been a tough night for their leading scorer. Free throw 2 flat, and it's no good. So Raz Vanderloo will be looking for his 298th career win tonight in the boys game. 299, if he can get by that one, 299, possibly at West. And next Tuesday, a chance for 300, and Metro Sports will be here if we're online. But these Bulldogs will have something to say that. But what a career. Raz Vanderloo will get 300 sometime. Long 3, put up and in. Wow. Kennedy Reynolds knocks in another 3.
4 assists, 66% from 3.
She has just been something else, shooting the 3-pointers. 4 of 10 coming in. She's 4 of 6 tonight. Well, but just a freshman. 53-28, long 3 by Jackson is going to be off, no good. And aggressive foul, imagine that, by the football coach's daughter.
Well, Pat, I know
Brindley.
last couple of years you've been watching the college basketball, and the girls' college basketball is surely closing the gap between the boys and the girls. And you know these girls out here on the court are watching it. They're mimicking everything they've seen so far.
You bet. We call it the Caitlin Clark effect.
Uh-huh.
Our metrics for girls' vision, and rightly so, was up 3 times as the viewers were just out of the world. And this year it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So far, we had a couple Hinton games. They were very well viewed and attended.
Those Blackhawk girls, they can really play. I mean,
yes, they can.
I mean, all of our featured schools can, but those, yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch them.
We'll have East High girls basketball on all season long on Metro Sports. They lead 53-28 here. Long 3, and that one's off no good. As Kennedy Reynolds says, why not? Why wouldn't you? Good fast break that time. As Grace Westhoff lays it in. Westhoff's, when she pops in the game, she seems to make things happen as well. They've got some good bench players. Back door, nothing there. They swing it back out front. And the Black Raiders will do a little hand-back series. Winkleplex going to dribble drive, switches hands, can't score, keeps it alive, and battling in there. Now she's going to be a one-man press as well. What an athlete is Bryony Winkleplex. 53-30, under 4 minutes to go, and a little hop, skip, and a jump right there, and the ball's going to go over. So you can log off once this game's over and go to Metro Sports TV or Metro Sports TV YouTube or SiouxlandProud.com or Twitter Live. You can't find Metro Sports games. You're not trying hard enough. Yeah. A lot of options to find us here at Metro Sports. Here's Wood on the dribble drive, puts up a little half hook, can't get it. Good strong rebound, can't score. And rebound pulled off by Dreckman Grace Westhoff picks that one off for the Bulldogs. Dribble drive in, Marino can't hit. Boy, she needs to get one in before this game's over. Dempke out ahead. He's going to slow it up. And they're going to set it up as Winkleplex goes to Wooten. Woot being very aggressive. In her junior year, long 3 off. No good by Drew, picked up by the Bulldogs. 3 minutes to go. They trail by 23. As East High will go just across town to West High on Friday night. 53-30 is your score here. Boys game to follow. Go to Metro Sports TV YouTube if you want to watch it on there.
Most everything we do is available all season long, so it should be good. Time to watch.
So the ball go over 53-30, and the Bulldogs. I'd like to see them have a good final 2.5 minutes right here. Kinley Schmidt in the game, little runner off, no good. Ball picked up. And up ahead is Dempke, and Kiki's going to lay it in for a 12th point of the game. Solid game for Kiki Dempke, as usual. A 25-point lead. Another turnover as Woots out ahead, puts it up with the left hand and scores. Lanesha Wooten scores. She's had a nice night with 9 points. 3 players in double figures for the Black Raiders. Shot up and good. Kinley Schmidt, the sophomore, she has been very good off the bench. We got a wholesale changes coming in.
Clearing of the bench here.
As the first unit goes off, and nice job. Checking into the game is Scarlett Hogenkamp. Grace Stibbs checking into the game. Drew is going to stay out there, move the ball around, dribble drive, and put up off no good as Hogenkamp goes up and can't score. Swing it around and long three in and out and didn't go in. Rebound pulled off by Corby Savory, who's in the game. She saw some early action, mixed it up a little bit there early. As the Black Raiders squaring up, firing up a three off, no good by Drew. She's going to start hitting those shots. She has a nice delivery, as this game will be run down, and see if some of these kids can get a little experience here. Once you put it in the basket one time, boy, you want to do it all the time. At least I did. Yeah. 57-33 is the score.
I liked it because it didn't happen very often. So every time it happened, I was a little bit happier.
Back in my day, boy, LeMars, they had quite my best little half hook, no good. They at one point, 1982, I'm going way back. LeMars was ranked number 1, and we were ranked number 2 right behind him. My best friend from Esterville moved there. Ted Kennedy was an all-stater. I wish he would have stayed. Dang it. Ran into him at Okoboji, I think my junior year. I said, dude, we need you back. There's a long three put up. That one's off no good. They had great players. Randy Ronsick, Steve Staver. They were outstanding. We were on schedule to see them in a sub-state game. Both of us lost. This will be the last shot. It's off no good, and your final score. The East High Black Raiders win it 57-33. We'll be back with the Baumgars postgame show right after that. Black Raiders win this one 57-33. East Slamma Jamma coming up right here in about a half an hour.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776.
And what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Your final score, 57-33. As the East High Black Raider girls win this one. Outstanding job of shooting, balanced scoring tonight for the Black Raiders, as Kiki Demke with 10 points, Lanesha Wooden with 9 points, Kennedy Reynolds, the young freshman off the bench, with 10 points. But the player of the game, brought to you by Wall of Fame of Sioux City, Tori Drent, 14 points, three threes in the first half got them going. Tori was outstanding.
Not to mention some great assists. It's fun to watch her score, but every time the defense swarmed around her, she found her open teammate, and that pass was right on the mark.
You could see some of those highlights by Tori knocking those down as they swing it around on our KCAU instant replay. Make sure you can see more highlights tonight of East High basketball on Sports Zone, brought to you by Anthony Mitchell and KCAU Channel 9. Well, when we come back in about 10 minutes, you're going to see East High Slamma Jamma taking on those always hard-playing Bulldogs of LeMars. When we come back, final score of the girls' game, 57-33. We'll see you back here in about 20 minutes.